Hi guys, welcome back to another part of our Q&A Ask Us series. So let's get straight to your questions.
Carolina Cutler asks, wondering why did you nearly break up years ago? And what was the one most important thing you changed that kept you together? This one we're going to have to say, you're going to have to wait for the ebook. It's a long story, too long for this video, better in a book.
Yeah, where details are being penned.
Pink Beam says, my question is, my husband and I are going to Queensland mid next year for a holiday from Tasmania. Do you have any favourite restaurants, cafes around the Gold Coast, Brizzy, Sunshine Coast area? Yes, in Brisbane, you've got the Green Edge, which is the largest vegan grocery store and cafe in Brisbane. Check that one out.
And there's also Loving Hut in Brisbane.
There is.
The Gold Coast, there are a number of vegan places. We don't eat out a lot, but what is it called?
Is it the Glass House? The Greenhouse? The
Greenhouse? Freely goes there all the time. Have a look at Freely's videos. Just look up on happycow.net and you'll find all the vegan restaurants and cafes. Yeah. We don't have a favourite because, we don't eat out. What is the weather like that time of year, June, July? It's winter, but, winter up this end of the country is pretty good. The mornings and the nights are cold. The days are beautiful. You've seen that we're in, singlets, t-shirts, blue sky. The sun comes out. It's really lovely.
The further north you go, the warmer it gets. So Airlie Beach is a lot warmer than Brisbane. But again, Brisbane, fresh mornings, fresh nights,
lovely days,
blue sky, sunshine days.
Yeah.
So Sab Smiles asks, can you give info on how to start riding, bike choice, etc.?
Just get on the bike and start moving your legs. Seriously, I was so scared of riding. I haven't been on a bike for many, many, many years, and to go from whatever we had previously to a road bike was really difficult because of the drop bars and just different way of hand holding on, and I felt really unbalanced on the thin tyres. The best way to start riding is just to practice in your local area, and the back street's really quiet. Find somewhere flat and I would just go up and down one little road. I actually had to yell out to the neighbours, I'm practicing on my new road bike, because they would stare at me. It was a bit embarrassing, but now I feel completely comfortable.
And actually we went to a basketball court, didn't we?
Yes,
and
we did.
practiced turns on the basketball court.
And do a figure eight.
Yeah.
And also just practiced starting and then stopping as though I was at a traffic light. And then taking off again, and just doing that continuously to get your confidence up. Bike choice, that depends on your budget and what you want to do, if you want a road bike or a mountain bike, and what you can afford. Your bike was
about $900.
And then it was discounted. Like a couple of months later it went on sale, so it went down to like 700, I think.
Or something, They changed the model each year, make subtle variation, and then they reduced the price on the previous year's model. So see if you can pick yourself up a bargain by looking out for a previous year's model.
And mine's second hand. I got for
$750 Australian dollars. The same person loves bike trails and routes, though she finds it difficult to understand what kind of bike she should be purchasing, because I'm only 152 centimetres.
Okay.
So,
I'm only 150. So my bike is a extra small, I think, to buy
no,
3Xs?
just a double.
Double X.
Extra small. So you want to go to your local bike shop, and they should be able to pick the right size frame bike for your height. And I think you're also asking a question, should you get a mountain bike or should you get a road bike? Or should you get a hybrid, which is, I think, called a cyclocross? I could be wrong.
Yeah, that could be good for if you like trails. Otherwise, maybe if you don't want to be on the road, if you want trails, then maybe go for a mountain bike.
Have a think about how you're going to most use the bike, and then go from there.
Yeah, and of course you can ride your mountain bike on the road. So it really depends on how you're going to use it and what your budget is and how fancy you want to go.
And visit your local bike store and they should be able to help you out.
Yeah.
Shelley Bates says, what was the decision behind not wanting to have kids? Got a video on that one as well, which we'll link here.
Yes.
Bottom line, there are 153 million orphans in the world already. We don't need any more children because each of those orphans needs a loving family to raise and love them and take care of them.
And even if you don't want to adopt, you can always foster a child. And if you don't even want to do that, which we don't want to adopt or foster a child, but for example, when we were volunteering, we did spend time at an orphanage a couple of doors down from the volunteer centre. We would go there for 6 months in our free time, and you know, we were mum and dad to 20 little babies. We loved it, absolutely loved it. And we realised that these kids, yes, they're getting food and their nappies changed and they're bathed and the basics are taken care of. But who's going to hold them just because? You know, babies and children want to be held and played with, not because they're crying or need something, but just because they're human beings and they want that human connection and that love. So let's go and spend some time volunteering. You know, we do definitely want to do that again. When you have your own children, you have less time and energy and financial means to go and spend time volunteering and helping other kids. So that was another reason. And
also being able to have time to spread the vegan message to a wider audience, such as, you know, via YouTube videos and other social media avenues.
It's not to say that you can't do that with kids,
it's not.
But you have so much more time.
That's right.
And energy. So this is really our passion, and yeah, we just didn't think that the world needed more children.
No, I think it's a little broken, and we need to fix the problems that we have before we bring more people into the mix.
And there's a lot more details in the videos that we're going to share. This person also says, as a vegan mother myself, isn't it a good thing to have or to raise vegan babies in the world? Yeah, look, if you've already got kids or if you desperately want kids, then obviously raising them vegan is fantastic. There's no guarantee that your children are going to remain vegan for the rest of their lives. They might grow up and say, well, actually, I want to experience something else, Mum and Dad, so I'm going to hit Macca's. There's no guarantee. And finally, veganism, yes, it is the answer to 99% of our problems globally, but it doesn't mean the world's going to be perfect if we all turn vegan. I mean, have a look at the Thai Fruit Festival this year. Look at all the drama and controversy. Look what we can do. Just 400 vegans, you know, the majority of us were vegan, meeting for 3 weeks. And look at all the drama and chaos that we created. So, you know, the answer is not necessarily just to keep bringing more children in and hoping that they'll remain vegan for life and everything will be perfect.